Hey, it's Tom from Inspiration Metalworks, and in this week's video, we're going to do a follow-up on our scrape and burr. We did a review on this a while back, but been using it for a while. I want to give you some feedback on how it's going. Yep, you're on. I'm keeping you in here, Marty. You're in the video now.
Hi, people!
There you go. The man behind the curtain. Anyways, so scrape and burr. My friend Reed Eichner sent this to me, and he also sent one over to Gary Ramsey. So if you haven't checked out Gary's site, check him out. But these things, I gotta admit, it's pretty darn awesome. I've been using it. I can let my daughter use it. I don't have to worry about the power tools. It's a great way to deburr and remove dross from the plasma cut parts that we make. So, for instance, this part here, right? Even though it is dialed in pretty well, there's still some, as you can see, there's still some dross in there, right? And so, I tell you, I used to spend a lot of time with wire cup wheels and things like that, and you know, it would sling stuff everywhere. I'd get little wires in my, in my shirt, and go flying all over the place. And if there was anybody else in the shop with me, they risked getting hit by this stuff too, right? So, really, really simple to use. Let's take a look at some of the techniques that I developed along the way, though, because when I first started, I didn't really know what I was doing. Over time, you figure out that there's some really easy ways to use this. The first thing you should really think about is how you're going to hold it, right? I tried just leaving it loose like this, and with one hand going, and when things are dialed in well, you can do that, but it's not always the best way to do it. I find that clamping it down works a little bit better. So I typically clamp it, but one other thing that I have done from time to time is I've actually used the backstop, right? Like something like this one. Use the backstop where I had that clamped down and had the part pushed up against it so that as I was coming into it, it was just holding it in place. This works really well for small parts. Alright, so gloves on, safety squints on. Let's take a look. So we've got some parts here that need to get deburred. And frankly, one of the first things I do when you've got your plasma cutter dialed in pretty well, especially when you get these long flat parts, and wearing your glasses, because this is going to knock stuff everywhere, just give it a few hits, right? You're fine. I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but most of that dross is now off of there, just like that, right? If you have things dialed in right, that dross is going to come right off. So let's finish this up, though. Clamp it down. And one of the things about the using the scrape and burr is you don't want to go right at things, and hit it with that parallel to it, right? I find that if I come in at about a 45-degree angle, and then you got to make sure you keep it nice and flat. I use my left hand, I rest it on top so it's flat, and I do my pushing with my right hand. You just come in, and stuff just comes right off, right? Now, not everything comes off that easily, I'll admit. This one's dialed in pretty well. But when you run it, you can get this stuff off fast, right? We'll finish up. Let me bring you in a little bit closer. I'll see if I can get a little bit tighter shot for you. Alright, so we're going to be working on this. It didn't all come off of there, so again, left hand is on the top. You can kind of see my fingers on there, keeping it nice and flat on that material. And at an oblique, right? About a 45-degree angle. Just slide across it and it'll start to come off. I'll move you over a little bit. You're zoomed way in, so we gotta do this. But again, same thing here. And I'm looking for a toe hold, right? I'm looking for some place where I can get started. And then from there, it's gonna start to come off. You can see it takes a little bit of time. But honestly, it's about as fast doing it this way as it is with a rotary cup or the wire cup, right? And frankly, it's a heck of a lot cleaner because you're not slinging stuff all over the place. So, what's the verdict? Well, it's been more than 6 months now. Still using the same carbide. It is replaceable. I think the thing's awesome. It works great, and it just takes a little bit of time to get used to it. Once you figure it out, hopefully this video has helped share the little tips or the little tricks that I picked up, and maybe it helps you guys too. Remember though, I mean, while I really like these, frankly, any flat piece of hard material will do the same thing. The nice part about this is it's a little more ergonomic, and the carbide tip's going to last a long time, right? So with that, let's wrap this one up. I hope you found this helpful, and if you'd like to see more of these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments below. I will talk to you again real soon. See ya.